The episode starts with Ragini asking Swara that what else she would have done. She says everyone wanted Ma to abort her baby, and she also went to abortion, but I stopped her. Swara says if I had known this, I would have stopped you from doing this. Ragini says I tried to tell you the truth but somehow couldn't tell you truth due to circumstances. Laksh says Ragini is telling the truth. I didn't say as she wanted to say to you personally. Swara says don't know what to say. You have lied, and everything is ruined because of a lie. Swara also told that your act had made fun of everyone's emotions. Sanskar says Swara that Ragini did the right, and if was in her place I would have done the same thing. But Ragini interrupts and says we both have a different perspective. I think about society, but Swara doesn't, and maybe I am weak and don't have the strength. Swara hugs her and says I am sorry. She says whatever you have done needs much power. I couldn't understand you. Ragini cries and says that my family went far from me. Swaragini plays. Swara says I will never leave you and I promise that. Laksh wipes his tears and hugs Sanskar. Ragini informs Swara that Ma is very upset, and asks how I will talk her again. Dottie blames Shekhar and Sumi for her insult, but Shekhar accuses her of trying to kill their baby and says Ragini get insulted because of her. Dottie blames them for ruining Ragini's life for Swara, but again Shekhar says I love both my daughters and will support them all their lives. Dottie says Ragini's family have insulted me because of you both. Shekhar asks Sumi to come and told Dottie that he don't know if he will be able to repay Ragini's favor or not. He asks Sumi to take rest and says he will bring some food. She gets Swara's call, and she apologizes to her. Swara says her that promise, I will make everything okay. Dottie thinks if Sumi thinks that everything is over, then she is mistaken and she makes plans to take revenge for her insult from Sumi. She thinks Ragini and her have suffered a lot because of Sumi, and she has to pay for it. Annapurna tells that she will never forgive Ragini, but Durga Prasad explains to her that from daughter's perspective then no daughter can do this for her parents. Annapurna says she can understand her perspective, but who will understand her pain? Annapurna asks them to leave her alone for some time. Ragini thinks about Annapurna and Sujata's happiness for their grandson and also thinks about Parinita's curse that Ragini and Swara will never give them an heir. Meanwhile, Swara comes there, and Ragini shows her their mother's reports and says everything is normal. Swara says I will give it to Baba and will keep the pillow. Ragini asks her to keep the pillow with her. Swara hugs her. Sanskar asks if everything all right. Swara says I hope so, and Sanskar says time heals every wound. Swara comes to Ragini and sits with her. As the day passes, Sumi is seen heavily pregnant. Then, she recalls Ragini's decision to adopt her baby and then Annapurna insulting her. Meanwhile, Dottie asked her to bring clothes from the terrace. Sumi says okay and goes to get clothes. She receives Ragini and Swara's call. Ragini asks did you go to doctor? Sumi says she will be going today and says 2 months have passed and asked about Annapurna and Sujata. Ragini told her that everything is getting beautiful slowly and asks her not to worry. Swara asks are you fine? Sumi says I came to get the clothes, and will clean the house now. Swara and Raging asked her why she is working in the 7 months of pregnancy. Sumi asks them not to worry, but when she steps feet on the water and falls, calling Shikhar. Ragini and Swara are shocked and shouts Ma.